What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace the blades, also known as knives, on the bottom of our electric planer here. Now, regardless of the make and the model, the process is going to be basically exactly the same. Plus, I'm also going to show you guys a little tip to save you a bit of money along the way that a lot of people don't know about. Let's get straight into it, guys. Let's do this. Alright guys, so today we're going to be replacing the blades, or as people like to say, knives, on the Milwaukee planer. Now on this one here in particular, if we have a look down the base, you can see there, this blade right here has taken a little bit of a hit. So there's little bits of nicks out of that blade. It's not running too well. However, the last time I used it, I did notice that it was completely off. And you can see there, we've got a bit of the blade down the bottom, a bit on the top, and this whole middle section here is completely missing. I'm pretty sure I must have hit some nails or some staples, and that's completely shattered it. So that's the reason why we're replacing this today. What I like about the Milwaukee is that it's got the built-in tool right here on the side. So we've got a little Allen key right there on the side. Beautiful, don't have to go looking for it. Now, what else is interesting with the Milwaukee is that to find genuine blades or genuine knives for the planer is extremely hard here in Australia for whatever reason. So as long as you get a good quality set, as the Makita ones I've got right here, that's going to be fine. Now what we've got is their standard across the board, which is a plus side. So 82mm by 5.5 by 1.2 is a standard size for these cordless electric planers. And what we're using is these blades right here. So to replace the blades, it's actually pretty simple. Make sure you've got the battery out. I honestly cringe every time I look at these blades and imagine what kind of damage they can do to you. Now, if you rotate these blades here, you can see we've got one there. Flip it around, we've got a second one right here. Now, what we're gonna do is, it's pretty simple. We take that Allen key wrench that was built into the side and we're simply gonna loosen these off. So depending on the make and model that you've got, it might be bolts, it might be screws, but it's basically the exact same concept. You don't want to take it off completely, just back them off slightly, as we've got there. Now with the Milwaukee one in particular, we've got the body built into the side right here, which means if we rotate this to the side right there, you can't actually slide the blade up in this direction. It's got to come down the other way. It's got an opening down the bottom, so we can slide that right out. And what we do is we can just take a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and push those blades all the way out. And you can see there, we've now removed our blade. Now, one of the tips that I was going to show you guys, or the actual main tip that I was going to show you guys to save you a bit of money, a lot of people don't realize, these are sharpened on both edges, which means you can actually get twice as much use out of this. All you have to do is simply rotate the blade around, reinstall it, and you've got a fresh new cutting blade right here on the side. So rather than running out there and trying to buy new blades, you've actually got twice as much as life by simply flipping those blades over. So just a little tip for you guys to save you a little bit of money. In my case, because the other one is completely shattered and I'm switching brands over, so we've got the genuine Milwaukee ones in here. This time around, we're replacing them with the Makita ones, so I want to make sure that they're exactly the same on both sides. And when it comes to reinstalling it, you just need to make sure you have a quick look at this one here. You can see there's a little groove through the center. Just make sure the groove is facing up. We can reinstall this one here. And that groove sits right in the center of our plate. And we can tighten everything up again. So when you install this one here, just make sure that it's centered. You don't want it rubbing up against the body or the housing on this side here. So just make sure it's even on both sides. Just like that, and then we can tighten everything back up. Tighten the outside ones. Double check, make sure you're happy with it, you've got enough clearance. Once you're happy with that, you can tighten everything up once again. Now I'm interested to see on the other side if we've actually shattered the back side of the blade as well, and I'm going to be able to slide it out, or if it's going to give me a bit of trouble to remove. So we'll quickly switch this one here around once again, flip it over, and we'll loosen this one here off as well. Alright, so now we've got our screws loose. We'll face this one here down, let gravity try and do some of the job for me. Just push it down with the screwdriver again. And you can see there it's actually shattered on the inside. So we've got two pieces there. That is completely shattered. So I'm going to have to open this one here up completely. I can't just do this by loosening them. But I also need to be careful not to lose any of those pieces inside. So I'll keep a bit of pressure on the plate as I remove this completely. Last screw. Hopefully you guys don't have to go through this, but in case you do ever shatter your blades, you know what to expect. Alright, so we've got all of these ones here off. Make sure we've got everything facing down so all the pieces can come out. And if we have a look, it's actually compressed on the back of our plate here. So you can see it right here. So we're going to knock that off with the screwdriver. Alright, so now we can reinstall it. We're going to put in our screws first. We take our new blade, once again from the bottom, install that halfway, so we've got that lip sliding all the way through. Make sure it's centered and it's not rubbing up against the housing, and then we can tighten everything up again. Double check, make sure you're happy, nice and free, and tighten it all up. So there you have it, guys. That's how simple it is to replace the blades on your planer. Nice and simple, even if you've got broken blades inside. Now, remembering that you can always rotate those blades to get twice as much life. They aren't very expensive to buy a new set of blades, about $10 for a set. But at the end of the day, if you can get twice as much life out of it and save a bit of money, why not? Hopefully you've enjoyed the video and you've learned something new. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.